Hello guys, welcome back to another Netflix movie review. Yes, another streaming one, a new one that's come out this month, and this is called Your Place or Mine. Yes, we have Your Place or Mine. This is directed by Lynn Brosh McKenna. Don't know anything about this person, don't know what they've done. This is their first film they've directed, but they did write for Cruella. There we go. So, makes sense, because didn't like this film. Yes, no denying this. This was a terrible movie. Not gonna lie. It stars Ashton Kutcher, and it also stars Reese with her knife, with her spoon, with her fork, all of that jazz. Christ. But yeah, this movie I thought would be quite good because it's basically one of those films that's similar to like Friends with Benefits. You know what I mean? They're like two friends and they slept together and blah, blah, blah. The story develops and basically they swap. She has to go to New York. So she stays in his house and he goes to her house to look after her 12-year-old son. But the reason why they do that is they're friends. They're like best friends, even though they've slept together way back when. And they've swapped positions because of work and because she needed someone to look after her son. And yeah, they just bond. And that's it. That's all that happens in the film. And this was, I think it was just under 2 hours long, 109 minutes. I honestly had to watch this in two sittings because the beginning of the movie I just thought was just, you just knew what was going to happen. It was just very, very predictable of how it was going to be. And then I just watched it in bed then to finish off the other half. And didn't end and didn't surprise me. Just was one of those so obvious movies. And this is my worry with these type of films, because these type of films would have gone to cinemas. And all these films now that are just going to be put on Netflix, these comedy films, which is a good thing in the sense of they are not needed for the cinema because they're just like American comedies and, you know, and that type of genre, I guess, of movies that, you know, I definitely grew up watching in the cinema a lot of. Things like your American Pies, your Hangovers, all that. These now are just going to go direct to Netflix, I think, and they're just going to be perceived and being seen as even worse movies. Like something like Role Models and Superbad, if that came out now, it may just be reviewed really badly because it's just going to be on Netflix, in my opinion. It's not going to have that cinema launch and all that because it just doesn't have the numbers. It doesn't have the ticket and gate numbers that, you know, those films get anymore. And it comes across, more to my point then, I guess, it actually comes across then as more of a TV movie. And I ask that question every time when I do these reviews, what does this feel like? And this is a film that just felt like a straight to DVD, straight on TV movie. It just didn't have any character. It had nothing special about it. It was very bland, very bleak, very predictable. And that's my pet peeve with movies. If anything is predictable, if I know how something's going to end, then you've lost me. Totally, I've gone the other way. Like, if I'm on my phone or I know how it's going to end, then I'm done. That's it. It doesn't even get a 2-star for me. And that's what I got. I gave it a 1.5 star. I think even the sets were pretty bad as well in this film. There's nothing special in the movie, basically, that you know, held its own to me. Makes sense why someone like Netflix would buy this. Ashton Kutcher as well, I think, is a very overrated actor. I don't think he's very good at all. Although this type of film, I think, was pretty good for him. But it just, like I said, wasn't special and it wasn't fantastic and it wasn't good. So it just wasn't anything great at all. Definitely my worst film of the year so far that I've watched. It's also going to be one of my most forgetful movies. It's going to be one of those that's like, oh, yeah, that film, that was that one. What disappointed me the most, though, was Reese Witherspoon. Now, I really like Reese Witherspoon. Reese Witherspoon. Yeah, she was in the morning show, or she is in the morning show on Apple TV, and I really enjoyed that show. Can't wait for season 3 to come out. She's phenomenal in that, really. But in this, dull, awful, and I think it goes back to like the performances of the director and the script and all that. I think that the film was just too simple, and it makes sense why the director has only done one film, because I think she definitely played it safe. She definitely just made a film rather than tried to be different, rather than tried to do something out there and have her own style on it or whatever it may be. Just make something more interesting. I mean, it just wasn't interesting. Should you watch it? Probably not. I wouldn't bother. It's only on Netflix, so you could put it on in the background if you really wanted to. But as I say, 1.5 star. Could have been better. Could have been a lot better, but it's what it is. Yeah. So there it is, guys. There is my review of Your Place or Mine. Don't bother, basically. 1.5 stars. Let me know your thoughts down below on the movie. If you've seen it, if you haven't, let me know down below. And I'll see you in a video coming soon. Goodbye.